Hey everybody, tonight I'm going to be doing a pack shakedown. If you're not familiar with what that is, I'll just go through my pack and let you know what I'm going to be carrying on the trail and how I'm going to be using it. This is the before trail, before hike gear list, so this is going to change as I hike. As seasons change, I'll send things home. I'll get certain things sent to me. So we'll start on the outside with the pack itself, and then everything that we've got packed on the outside here, and then we'll go inside and see what we have there. So the pack itself is the Mountain Laurel Design Profit and Dynamic Cuban Fiber. Weighs 16 ounces. It is a frameless pack, so it doesn't have any sort of back support, no frame whatsoever to hold it rigid. So with these packs, it is extremely important to pack them well, otherwise it can be extremely uncomfortable. We've got one water bottle pocket here on the shoulder strap. This will have a Gatorade bottle in it with some sort of electrolyte supplement, whether it be Gatorade or Noon or some other supplement. This great bottle fits in this pouch really well. Big wide mouth so that I can pour things and fit tablets and whatever in there. Also have a gear pouch here. It's going to have things like my headphones, my water filter, which is the Sawyer Micro, and some other random items, as well as some emergency backup water filtration. In this side pouch here, I've got my smart water bottle. The Sawyer Micro can actually thread right on top of this, and I can drink through the filter right out of the bottle. Works really well. I have a platypus bag. Fill this up with water at camp. Gives me 2 liters, just makes it so I don't have to go back to the water source multiple times. And then I have my maps, which my wife will actually be sending me more of these as I make it through the trail. I'm just going to start off with the first 2 weeks worth and then pick up the next 2 weeks worth, and we'll just go at it like that. On the other side here, we've got my tent stakes and my tent frame. My tent poles, those are for the Tiger Wall 2, extremely lightweight, pretty durable, it's been great. I've got my sit pad, and I put it here intentionally just because it's very accessible, so when I want to sit down, all I have to do is pull it out. I don't have to worry about getting my bum wet or dirty from sitting on a log. Right here, attached to this carabiner, I have my trowel. This is for doing the deed. I like to keep it on the outside because oftentimes when it's time to go, it's time to go. Gotta have it accessible. In this front pouch here, I have a small ditty sack. This is gonna have toilet paper, things like that in it, because once again, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I want that to be accessible. Quick grab, get off into the woods, do my thing. Then I've got my rain mitts. I've got my rain jacket. And I have my rain skirt. So again, with rain gear, I want to be able to just grab it as I'm going. I don't want to have to worry about digging through the pack as it's starting to pour down rain on me. I'm going to keep all of these in this outside pocket here, easily accessible. Throw them on in a flash if need be, take them off, stow them in here when they're nice and wet, give them time to dry off out in the air. Then I've got my cook set. Inside my cook set I have a Bic lighter, I have emergency matches, and I have my fuel source. This is just a real quick, fill this up with water, set it on to boil, pour the water into something else to cook my food. And then I've got my trail spikes. These are in case of icy conditions on trail. Throw these on, walk up tracts of ice like it's nothing. They're great. Again, keeping these on the outside of the pouch because I don't want to have to dig through to find them. These will probably get sent home after about the first month or so as things warm up and I don't have to worry about ice as much. Now going inside the pack, this is connected in 3 spots here, one on this side, one on this side, and one right over the top. And it rolls down into a dry sack form, which works really well. Once again, the bag is waterproof, so I don't have to worry about water going in through here. Just gotta make sure this opening is closed. So, first thing I'll pull out is my food bag. Typically this will be full of food. I'm shooting to carry 2 to 3 days worth at a time, and I'll resupply in towns or wherever need be. Next thing in here is my puffy jacket. I want to have this easily accessible so that I can grab it if it gets extra cold real quick. Not a big deal. Next item is my tent itself. I actually keep the tent and the poles separate because once you put the poles in here, you can't compress it down any further. Without the poles, you can really make it a lot smaller, fit it into a much tighter spot. Now I've got my clothing bag. In here I'll have all my extra clothes, any camp clothes, anything like that. I'll just swap them in and out as I need to change clothes, and then I'll use this as my pillow. Next I've got my sleeping pad. This is the Thermarest Neo Air X Lite, the women's version. It's got a little bit more of the warmth, the R value. It's a little bit shorter, weighs just the same amount as the men's, so I figure I'd go with that, make sure I'm not cold, because that is my biggest fear in the world. Next we got the random ditty bag. This is going to have everything from sleeping straps to my stove to electronics and chargers and cables, things like that. So it kind of goes down low in the bag because I don't need it as often. And then the last thing in the bottom of the bag is my quilt. This is Enlightened Equipment Revelation 20 degree. Very lightweight, very warm. It's not a full mummy sleeping bag. Basically, you don't have anything underneath you. It just wraps around you, kind of in a taco. It has a couple straps that wrap around your pad to hold it in tight. And then to keep everything nice and dry, I've just got this plastic bag here. This is waterproof. They're actually were used for fumigating homes. You put food and clothes and things like that. So this is 100% waterproof, extremely lightweight. It's going to make sure everything inside stays nice and dry. The only thing that I'm missing from here right now is the footprint for the tent. And that's another just very thin plastic material, very lightweight, but just designed to kind of help protect the bottom of the tent and keep it clean. So that's what I've got right now. The base weights that I'm working with, which is all my gear with no food or water. Starting out, I'm at 12.5 pounds, which is pretty good. I'd see that going down at least 2 or 3 pounds. Once weather warms up, I can send some things home, and then that will just kind of fluctuate as I add more food in or take in more gear or send more gear home. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it's kind of informative. If you have any questions, feel free to send them my way. Thanks.